guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Frieren. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 18 of season 1 of Frieren. We have a new opening and a semi-new closing. Sounds a little bit different, but the animation is different. That's the one thing about like songs that start shows, it makes me feel at home. And when it's a foreign start, I'm like, oh, how dare you? But I feel like anime should have prepared me for that. I'm just saying, like, this isn't my first rodeo, so whatever. I mean, I was jamming to it just like mere minutes earlier, so never mind. But, you know, we learned some things about our group. The Fern Stark fight, I think, is like one of those, I don't want to say lovers quarrel because they are not lovers, but like, you know, I feel like they care about each other in a way that they can't express quite yet. Especially traveling together, you don't want to make things uncomfortable, but, you know, like, it's really cutesy to put your cold hand on, like, your significant other, and, you know, for it to be the other way around for her, like, I don't think she's used to being touched, you know, like, Heiter, you know, probably wasn't physically affectionate with her because, like, that's not his daughter, but he was raising her, and there's always a level of modesty that comes with being raised by a priest, so, you know, I think for her to have any form of physical touch on her, there's maybe a level of discomfort. And then we see it twice in one episode where, you know, she didn't mind his touch. It was just a little too strong, a little too aggressive for something of her comfort. But then we also see it with Frieren holding her hand when she is sick. And, you know, that's opening up like some boundaries of hers that like maybe she would never have been open to before, holding someone's hand or allowing somebody close to her to, like, you know, physically joke with her. So that's a big step for her, especially, you know, being in the presence of Heiter. I'm sure that that wasn't something that she came across very often. I mean, quite frankly, she thought Stark, you know, offering to carry Frieren when the blizzard was happening in the mountains, that she was like, you perv, because she doesn't know. She doesn't know. And I think now she's going to kind of see a little different. And that makes me a little bit happy for her, for sure. But the memory that Frieren had of Himmel holding her hand when she was sick. And again, I don't know how you can't lift mountains after holding Himmel's hand and having his eyes look at you like that. And maybe that's what helped her defeat the Demon King. I'm not saying the two are related, but they might be related. And I love every time we get a memory with Himmel that like just kind of shows her growth and that she's opening up because of him. And that's the gift that he's kind of bestowed upon her, is all the memories of all of his goodness and good doing in his kindnesses. And I think that it's something that left such a great impression on her that she didn't really realize it at the time, but definitely, you know, now with her memories, she's learning to appreciate that a lot. And I want more. I want more memories. I was a little like worried about the cherry blossom icicle tree or whatever it was. And I was like, we are not going here just to see this tree, right? And even when it's revealed, I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I'd go there to see that too. Yeah, no. I love that we were collecting herbs and stuff that Zine had wrote in the book. I want to say it's like a holy text or something. Not a grimoire, but a holy text or a holy book. And Frieren has one. But, you know, she doesn't have, like, quite the touch that a priest would, but, like, you know, a cold she can fix. But also with his notes in there was able to help Fern heal up from being ill, which is really cute. And, you know, like, Fern waking up and, like, them carrying on with their journey and her being very appreciative of everybody that helped, that was there for her, she's praising other people, which is kind of the thing that we see throughout, like, Frieren learning to praise people, and we see her do it with Zine, who he's just like, I don't deserve it, I'm not a good person, which I don't know why he thinks he's not a good person. Maybe we'll learn that. But it was very uplifting to see Frieren be more open about praise, and it's uplifting and it's sweet and it's kind and it's what Himmel would do. And every time, I'm not saying that she's doing it because Himmel did it, and like copying it is what makes her kind and good, but her kind of in her mind going back to the lesson and realizing how important it is to other people to be kind and for her to like give that to them, especially being that like she's kind of aloof and cold at the beginning of the season, and we see she's not that way anymore. Like she smiles more, she giggles more, she blushes more. The coming out of her shell Frieren, I think, is just so wonderful to see. Now we're on our way to Oysterst, and we got a mage level up exam we got to do. I don't know if that's going to be easy for her. I don't know if it's going to be hard for her. She might be such an old mage that the way that they test is different, or she has to learn new spells because that's what they're testing on. I don't know. I don't think it's just going to be like her going, aha, ziggity zam, and like first mage or first class mage? First, you know what I mean. Anyway, guys, I'm excited to get into this episode. So let's go.
So that's Oysterst, the largest magical city in the Northern Lands.
That is?
So we'll stay there until you can get your first-class mage certification. Then enter the Northern Plateau.
How long does that take?
I don't think there's any particular reason I have to be the one to get certified. I
Oh,
won't be able to use it for long anyway. You should take the test, Fern.
why would she not be able to use it for long?
I certainly couldn't do it.
You don't think so?
Ah, interesting.
You don't sound interested.
Yeah, what are you talking about, Frieren?
Why do we need to be accompanied by a crazy powerful mage to enter the Northern Plateau?
That was my next question, actually.
That area has long been home to many cunning magic-using monsters like the Einzam. There was a
But
time
didn't
when
you
you wouldn't
defeat
have
them?
dreamed of crossing it without both a skilled mage and a priest.
You defeated the Demon King.
Something fairly serious must be happening out on the plateau.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. New Demon
We can
King.
find out more about the exam once we arrive in the city. But according to Fern, there will be a combat element.
Nice.
I should contemplate strategies.
With power like yours, any test should be a breeze.
Mm.
Even when you're suppressing it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
Joanna is
too
still that of
confident.
an experienced old mage.
I'll thank you not to call me an old mage.
You couldn't have found some other way to describe her than that?
Fine, I apologize.
It's better than calling me an old hag like someone else once did.
How long ago was that?
Yeah, when was that?
Wake me up when we get to Oysterst.
Sheesh.
It's a weird point of view.
Is something wrong?
My view of the sky was partially obscured.
Oh, from her bosoms.
Mana is far from the only thing that determines a mage's strength. Technique and experience, the spells they use, their control, never mind tenacity and effort. Finally, there's talent. In my life, I've lost 11 times to mages who had less mana than I did.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
One loss was to an elf like me, and the remaining 6 were to humans.
Wow.
The road to Oysterst hasn't been an easy one. Guess I'll take a little break.
Okay, I kind of like her, but I don't think I should like her.
Oh, what's this?
Oh.
Yet another group of filthy bandits? You'd think things would be peaceful now that Ara's been defeated.
It's a little bit of a sexy episode, is it not?
Save your speeches, lady. Just hand over the goods and...
Nope. Oh, Croft!
You!
Okay, I didn't expect that. I knew he was going to be in this episode. I didn't think he'd show up like that.
If you value your lives, then I suggest you leave.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, bye.
Thanks for the rescue.
I don't think she needed it.
I'm Ubel the mage, by the way.
And I'm Kraft the monk.
Nice ears. You must be an elf.
You have the flat eyes of a killer.
Ooh, rough.
Rescuing you wasn't my goal here. I found the torn up bodies of bandits in the woods nearby. They'd been killed by a mage.
Her work.
I'm just an adventurer. I won't criticize you for defending yourself, though the cost was high. I was simply saving what lives I could.
Yeah, true. She was probably going to kill him.
I'm taking the first-class mage certification exam.
Okay.
Interesting. That was Frieren's plan too. She should have some good stories to share the next time we meet.
I'm worried about her. I know she's still at Groff Gronuts, but still, I'm worried about her.
A 5th class mage or higher certification is required to sit the exam.
How do we get that?
Well,
Do we not have
Fern,
that?
It's up to you.
Oh, Frieren, get back here!
Mistress Frieren, I can't do this alone.
Sure you can.
No, you can't.
If I fail, are we going to wait 3 years for the next exam?
We'll either hire ourselves a first-class mage or travel by sea.
No, Frieren,
We wouldn't be able to afford snacks anymore.
But I don't have any kind of certification. Wait.
Yeah, what is that for? Don't you remember?
Excuse me.
Oh, he does.
Might I take a look at that pendant, please?
Means something. Okay. Okay, sir. What's going on?
Are you here for the mage exam?
They're gonna let them...
Looks like I get to take it after all.
Yeah, they're gonna let them
Surprised
take it.
there's anyone around who still knows what this is.
What does it mean?
Like it was something impressive.
Yeah, he did.
Frieren, you're not part of a magic guild, are you?
Here we go.
I can't join a new one every time they do. Besides, I have this to identify me. A genuine holy emblem. Impressive, right?
What
I
does
have
it
no clue
mean?
what this rusty thing is.
Heiter?
None at all.
Not at all. Wow. But that guy knew it.
We may not understand the significance of that necklace, but still, we know what you're capable of, and we know
Yeah.
that you're an incredible mage.
Exactly.
You'll die so soon, though.
Ow. I want to know what it is.
We may not know what that thing is, but we do know that you're an incredible mage.
Same convo.
Good point, Fern.
Aww. Praise.
If you include apprentices from 6th to 9th class, there are 2,000 mages total. Among them, 45 are first class. That
Wow.
exam is held every 3 years, here at the northern branch in Oysterst, and at the headquarters in the holy city of Stral.
Oh, please don't tell me we have to go to Strahl.
Many years, no one passes the test at all. Injury and death are expected outcomes.
Jeez.
Sounds moderately challenging.
Moderately challenging. Ah.
There are 2 months until the exam. We should spend them training.
I love training montages. I mean, do they get, like, told what's on the exam? Look at that cake. Why are you so wild, girl? She doing magic in her sleep or something?
Attention, please. The first class mage exam will begin momentarily.
Here we go.
There's Verbal, a second-class mage and the captain of the Northern Magic Corps. He's fought against the remnants of the Demon King's forces for years
Oh, he's fabulous.
That crafty-looking older gentleman passed the second-class exam with flying colors. He became an Imperial Mage after surviving a bloody power struggle.
Wow.
And then we have Fern, the youngest mage to ever receive a third-class certification with top marks. Undoubtedly a good egg.
Yeah.
But we have bad eggs, too.
Like Frieren?
She's a third-class mage who was disqualified from the second-class exam 2 years ago.
Oh,
when she
why?
killed the first-class mage who proctored it.
My.
I would have guessed that about her.
That woman is radiating the mana of an experienced old mage. Know her?
I don't.
Yet.
You will not be tested on your own, but as a party. The 57 exam takers will be split up into groups of 3. We will now assign your parties.
Interesting.
She's gonna be with what's-her-face.
Seems I'm in the second party then. Imbuing the bracelets with mana allows us to quickly locate our teammates, a unique alternative to reading off names.
Yeah.
These party compositions are far from normal.
I'm so excited about all these mages.
I should be careful not to make any waves. I sense my teammates' bracelets nearby.
Oh. What the heck? Oh
Violence
boy.
has been chosen.
Violence has been chosen. Oh no, Fern's with her.
It's nice to meet you too.
She's gonna try to kill you, girl.
The first of which is by sunset tomorrow, your cage must contain a Stilla. The second requirement is that all party
Oh,
members...
poor Frieren.
For the most part, you are free to do as you wish. But if anyone is foolish enough to leave the testing area, they and their entire party will be failed immediately.
Oh god. Girls, don't mess that up.
The first test begins now.
Before we do anything, we need to come up with a solid plan. How stupid are you? A plan won't do us any good if we can't find a
Oh,
bird in the first
Frieren.
place.
I'm sorry you have to be in the middle of this.
Why don't we get moving and introduce ourselves while we're at it? Also, use rock, paper, scissors to decide who will carry the cage.
That works. Uh-oh.
You can call me Frieren. And you
I don't
are?
know who won. She did. Okay, never mind.
I'm Kana. I'm a third-class mage like she is. The two of us go way back. We graduated from the same magic school.
That explains a lot, actually.
I have a fair bit of knowledge on them, but but I've never seen one in person before. Let's start by finding a Stille and observing it.
Right behind you. Never mind. Are they fighting again? Oh, should be used to this with Stark and Fern. Not so violent, obviously. Conflict resolution is not Frieren's, like, best. I don't know. She doesn't do well with it.
Lavina, are you strong?
Stronger than her.
You want to fight, huh?
She's feisty.
I wouldn't want to fight you, no.
I see.
Why are you so mean? Both of you.
Wow, Frieren, you're kind of like our teacher. And you're a super good leader, too.
Your
Indeed.
constant fighting
Now.
has thrust me into the role.
True.
For whatever reason, we've kind of always been like this. But real quick, what did you mean by that? Why watch the skies?
I meant exactly what I said.
Yeah, looking for the birds.
That was quick.
I came across a Stille.
Nicely done, Lavina. Now watch it closely.
Oh, calm down. Don't kill it. Girlfriend, you scared it away.
That's pretty nice work, Kana.
Oh. Oh.
But you really should get down before it's too late.
Huh? What for?
Yeah, the Stille.
Stille
That's
are
why.
incredible little creatures.
Yeah.
At top speed, they move faster than sound itself. Trying to restrain one like that is pointless.
Yep.
Kana used her magic to control the water, and Lavina used hers to freeze it. Their timing was perfectly coordinated.
Good team.
Superb teamwork indeed.
Yeah.
I was worried for a while there, but this might actually work.
I think it actually will. I have to write down their names or else I'm going to forget. Always at each other's throats. The bushes. I mean, you just have to, like, find, like, what makes a Stille, like, sleepy or something.
Where'd Frieren go? You can barely hear it, but it sounds like rain, all right.
Oh, did she put a protective barrier around them?
It's clearly not raining, so... Oh, I see. That must mean we're close to the...
Oh! What the heck?
My staff!
Ah! Frieren! Frieren! Lavina! Somebody! Help her!
That would be why I told you to watch the skies.
Yeah, how did she know about that? Wow, okay, I was freaking out. I was like, oh my god. I should know Frieren's gonna come in clutch.
You called Lavina's name just then.
Yeah.
But you don't like Lavina, do you?
Maybe a little too much?
From time to time, I can be a coward. In the past, whenever a critical moment has popped up, I completely freeze. It happened the very first time that I had to cast a flying spell.
Sounds like Stark.
Thanks to someone's nail biting, the others are way ahead of us. You'll have the water beneath you, so it's not like you'll die. If you don't have the courage to do it, I could kick you.
I could kick you. That's a great offer.
I would be braver if you weren't always so mean to me. I'm the kind of person who needs praise to blossom, you know.
Aww.
This is a prime example of why parents shouldn't baby their kids like little princesses. But if it'll help you fly, I'll be as nice as you want.
And tell me my strengths.
If you wanted to kill me, you should have done it by now.
Jeez.
You wanted to hear your strength.
Yeah, but tell me some more.
What? Seriously?
She needs more praise than just one thing.
I guess that you're cute when you smile.
Oh.
Huh? Gross.
Oh, kicked her right off. Nice. You got it.
Now that you can fly, I'm done being nice.
Lavina's rough around the edges, but she
Yes.
somehow always pulls me along. She
That's
taught me
very
I can do most
amazing.
anything if I go for it, no matter how scared I might feel inside.
She said you're cute when you smile. That's interesting.
I noticed something that might be handy.
Oh, let's hear it.
Do you think it could be useful?
Yes, I do. Excellent find. We might be able to capture a Stille after all.
Because of the rain? Oh yeah, let's just move on to the next episode. I know I say this a lot, but that literally felt like the smallest amount of minutes in the world. Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, so this portion of the show feels incredibly new. Okay, so we got Lavina and Kana, who is on our team, and we're trying to find a Stila, which is just a bird, but not just any bird. The bird, a very, very feisty, very quick bird. And there must be something to do with the rain, and that's why it's being blocked out or shielded. The rain might be the thing that like is what helps you catch the Stila. Okay, so the relationship between Lavina and Kana was a little grating at the very beginning because I'm like, why are you guys arguing? It seems sisterly, but then the whole like you're cute when you smile thing is like, I don't know what's up with that. Interesting. It's really interesting that I don't want to say that Lavina is like Fern because I don't think she is. And I don't think she's necessarily cold, but it's like she is almost like she had to be more mature than she needed to be because she's seeing Lavina as like, oh, parents coddle their children too much. Some people need praise. They just do. It makes them feel like they're doing a job well done. And, I feel bad for Kana in that respect because she does need to be told that she's doing a good job. She wants to be told that she's doing a good job. And I think that's admirable and I get it. But I also didn't really expect there for you to have a pre-certification, which we already knew that Fern was a 3rd class mage. The 2nd class mage, Ural? I'm going to have to go back and rewatch this episode to write down names because there was a lot of people that we were introduced to that I think I got Denkin down. Some of the other ones, like the one guy that passed his 2nd class mage exam with flying colors. I feel like these are all important people to know. The fact that Croft is going the opposite way of Oysurst and ran into the not so great mage with the green hair. I want to say her name is Uel. Whatever. The fact that she's killed a 1st class mage. I guess for me, it's really hard for me to think that mages aren't all good and that they don't want to use their magic for good. Like Frieren learns spells specifically for other people and to give them sour grapes and, make ices for them. And, she very much likes helping people with her magic. And definitely this other girl does not. She would have killed those adventurers or at least whatever they were, raiders, thieves. I don't even care, but Croft saving their lives because he came across the other bodies. That says something about Croft for sure, but then it also says something about her that she doesn't really value life. I don't like that in a mage. I don't like that at all. So definitely keeping my eye on her. And the fact that Fern is with her, it makes me think of the demons at Groff Gronitz. And I worry about Fern. I don't worry about Fern because I know that she's stronger than what most people think. I just don't think that she should have to deal with a mage like that, which you don't get to choose your classmates, and that sucks because I don't think Frieren, I don't know how Fern would have done with Davina and Kana, or Lavina and Kana, but I do feel like if it were Fern, there might be a 3-person melee that happens. I'm not sure. This is going to be interesting. And also, I want to know what's up with the holy emblem that she has and why the testing guy, the head guy, Denkin, was like, oh, I think the expectation is that means that she's incredibly powerful or incredibly skilled. Or maybe it's that she had firsthand teachings from Flamma. I have no idea really what that could mean and why it's so important. But I'm interested to see all these mages. I love that we have just a plethora of mages now that there's a chance that I could see a whole lot of magic happening. But the point of the show isn't necessarily the magic, it's the people. And so, like, learning about them, where they're from, like, what made them so powerful, like, how many years they've been doing it, like, who got 5th class, who got 3rd class, 2nd class, you know, like, who's going to reach 1st class. You know, I'm actually really curious myself. Like, I don't have a doubt that Frieren's going to be 1st class mage. I just think that it will be the hardest way possible, and kind of something she doesn't expect. But the fact that she knew to watch the skies, the fact that she knows about a Stilla, and, like, not that she knows necessarily how to kill him, but she knows enough about it to, like, just be like, don't do that. And, you know, they're like, look at what we did. And then all of a sudden, whoosh, gone. You know, and they work so well together, Lavina and Kana do. So I'm interested to see what else. The fact that they've probably been traveling together, grew up together, went to school together, they know each other kind of on a pretty intimate level. I'm curious to see how it works for both of them getting 1st class mage. But also Kana really reminded me of Stark and, like, his fear. And I don't think Stark necessarily needed to be praised. I think that, like, he just needed to, like, find his strength. And for her, like, you know, she just needs to know that it's in there, and that praise doesn't matter, that, like, you need to be able to do it without praise. Like, if your life's at risk, you know, you need to be able to perform these spells without praise. And I agree a little bit with Lavina that you can't coddle somebody, but also, like, you have to, like, learn to be appreciative and tell people that you appreciate them and show them, and people need to hear it too. So both are equally important. Don't be coddled, but, you know, like, tell people when you appreciate them. Don't hold back. So this is going to be a very interesting half to this season. I'm already missing Zine pretty badly. Now I want Croft back. You know, it's still nice to get a little bit of Himmel in every episode, and the fact that those 3 didn't even know what the emblem meant. I'm just so curious now. I'm sure it means something really, really important. Obviously, the way that that man behaved was definitely like, huh. So I'm excited for that. But guys, if you want to watch the full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. What did you think of this? What do you think about 1st class mage school, the exam, testing, other mages? I'm actually quite excited. I feel like the more magic, the merrier. The more magic, the barrier? The more magic, the deader. Actually, it seems like a lot of people die trying to get their 1st class mage certification. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know how long this will last in the arc, because as of now of finishing this episode, we have 10 more. So if we could get it over in 5 and then get to Aurelie, we're not going to. We're not going to get to Aurelie in this season, which is why there's also a season 2. I don't know how many seasons they had planned when they started making this, but I hope that it's not like 20. 2 is actually fine. And then a movie. Frieren, the movie. I don't know. I don't know. I just want more Frieren, but I want more Himmel in my life. This show definitely scratches an itch when I need it the most, and I really, really love it. So if you're headed over to Patreon, I do believe that we have at least 4 episodes ahead of schedule, so it might be more, but definitely we're reaching the finale by now. If you are watching this on YouTube, we might be like 6 away. I'll probably be finished if you're watching this on YouTube. So, tell me what you think about 1st class mage school exam and the other mages, and how you felt about them, because definitely I'm like, trouble. Oh, I love that. That's exciting, especially the cute one, the guy with like it was very like, it gave David Bowie vibes from Labyrinth, you know, just very... I loved it. I can't wait for more of it. If we get to see it, which we better, because that's what the show is all about. Learning about new people. And magic. Give it to me. I want all of it. Okay, gotta go. Bye.